more and drink it slowly. You were hanging by the door and looking my way. Could it be a little eye like a foreplay? Maybe we can get a bit more going. Stood around and was about to show my girlfriend who I wanted to, but dancing close to my end. They were laughing, both just standing right behind me. I didn't even notice you were right there. Then you took my hand and pulled me to your body, and we moved our hips in time, and I am oh and not done. Can't help it, I can't get out. Only one can take it. I need to know to show you.
Hello, beautiful people. Hi. So I chose to come here today to talk a little bit about this thing we call gratitude and choosing it, especially when things totally suck. So recently, I have a cat who is the only cat I've ever really loved, and then he taught me about loving cats. And he's been ill. And hi, Deborah. Hi, Chantal. And I took him to the vet twice inside of a week, and there's like searching what's wrong with him. Facebook user says, "Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous Facebook user." And so, hi, Majo. That's a cool name. So I was sitting there yesterday, and last week they said they like hit me with a hi, Leela, awesome, and Geraldine, hi. They hit me with a $900 vet bill. Now, I've had some animals be ill lately, and so as I sat there with the next $900 bill, I was like, oh yay! And I perceived myself like I literally perceived the like crunch coming kind of in. You know that hi Suzette, hi Nina. That like, oh God, again, and then all of the things that like that money was supposed to go for, and all of the blah, 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 like just piling in, and I wasn't expecting this. Like how many of us have those, like, I wasn't expecting this. This isn't what was supposed to show up this week, you know? And so I'd gone last week, $900 bill, and then he had other reactions. And so then I took him yesterday, and it was another $900 bill. And the last few months, I had another kitten who had a disease that she ended up dying from. And so she had cost me a few thousand. And I was like, oh my God. And then all that funk. So raise your hand. Hi, Nina. Hi, Suzette. Hi, Maria. So raise your hand to yourself or in the chat, whatever you want, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, you're like, oh, fuck. And then you go to the, well, what the fuck else bad's going to happen now? Right. And, not a great question to ask, because if you do, guess what will happen? Because that's your point of view that something else bad's going to happen. That's your judgment. And so as I was sitting there, kind of typing in my credit card, because you can't go inside the vet with your animal these days. You have to sit in your car and they call you from the vet room. And I'm typing in my credit card for the second time in a week for another almost $1,000 bill. And I was like, what would it take to choose gratitude right now? And all of a sudden, everything shifted. Now, it shifted the energy in my world, okay? It shifted the what the fuck in my world. It allowed me to go, okay, hold on, take a step back. What can I choose gratitude for right now? And what I got was, there was a time that I won't say my kids, because I would have just like sold a kidney for my kids, but if any of my animals would have gotten sick, I wouldn't have had the money to take them to the vet. I wouldn't have had the money to go, oh yeah, $900 again. Okay, cool. And so I backed out of that from that space. So that tiny crunch, like what the fuck space, if you weren't wrong for that showing up, and it was just like, you know, how this reality tells you have to respond. And you're like, ugh. If you ask a question, it goes like this. Any question, any fucking question, ask a question with true wonderment, and it'll start to open up the space. And from that opening, when I added and sprinkled into my pot, what can I be grateful for? I got to acknowledge that I could afford this. Okay, cool. From the I could afford this, it started to expand out and go, wow, what all have I created as my life in the past few years that I could acknowledge right now that totally changes this? Because like I said, like I took my mom with me yesterday, and my mom told a story about when she was super broke and one of our dogs had gotten really sick. She took him to the vet, and they said to her, that'll be $1,200. And like her joke at that point was, we'll give him a breath mint, slap on the ass, and send him out here because I can't afford that. And so it was like life or death because of money, you know? And so as it starts to expand out, I'm like, wow, I have way more access to money. I've created more money. I have more liquid money in my life than I've ever had. Okay, cool. Acknowledgement. Okay, what created all that money? Now see the train of awareness when you start to ask questions. Okay, what created? Oh my God, all my choices. Okay, cool. My choices. What was it about my choices that brought this gratitude here? Okay, cool. I started to be more me. I started to create more. How did I get there? Oh, I started to actually play with the access tools and invite them into my life so that I knew that all of the funk of this reality and all of the crap that could show up doesn't have to limit me, and I can ask questions. And so I took that moment of crunch and was able to ask enough questions to get all the way to my gratitude for Gary and Dane and their willingness to never give up. If you don't know about access consciousness, it's a set of tools that you use to open up space in your life. There you go. Okay. And Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here are the co-creators of it. And if they never gave up and never gave in and never quit, then I don't know if I would have ever found any tools that would create the amount of gratitude that I'm able to have in my life. But just sprinkling the gratitude, what they say in Access is basically like judgment and gratitude can't coexist. So if you're in any judgment of you, any judgment of the situation, judgment of the person, judgment of blah, 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 if you find a place anywhere in there, anywhere, guys, anywhere, it could be anywhere. You could just be grateful for the car you're sitting in while you're waiting for the cat to come out of the doctor's office, right? But if you find a place where you can sneak in some gratitude, the crunch starts to unwind, and then you have more awareness of what you would like to be and create. So Marco put a link in there, and I don't know what it's for, but that's awesome. So even if the gratitude is for you, so here's the other thing that we do with gratitude that got me. So I love that this topic is up for a lot of people right now, because I get that there's a way that we take gratitude and we twist it up into having to be the significance of something, and we tighten it up, and then we judge ourselves on whether or not we're grateful. How many else knows about that? So, okay, let's slow on the links. Okay, so as that's going and forming into your world, right? You're like trying to look at what gratitude is, and you're like, well, gratitude for that with that person looks like this. Like I used to have somebody in my life that anytime they were grateful, they would cry. And so because I didn't cry when I was grateful, then I must not be grateful. And then I had this other way that I like to create great with gratitude that stopped me from being grateful, was I would look at somebody that I was grateful for, and I would be like, wow, without them. So I do this with my older brother, Dr. Dane here. I would be like, well, I wouldn't even be here enjoying anything about my life if it weren't for him. So don't ever outcreate him, because then I won't be grateful, you know? Or people project at you. If you were grateful, then you wouldn't ask for more. So then you go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, cool. I should just be happy with what is and never ask for it to change, or never ask for greater, because I have more than other people. So if you were ever, so when growing up, I was told all the time, like, you have to finish your meal because there are starving kids in Africa. Just found out on a call with Simone Milasas called Stop Judging Your Body. And she's doing another one on April 26th. Stop looking for results. If you haven't checked that out, maybe someone can put a link in here too, because you have to have done the first call to do the second one. But on that call, she was talking about how we were taught to clear our plates. And the way that we were taught to clear our plates was like your parents telling you there were starving kids somewhere in the world, but in different parts of the world, different parents chose different parts of the world. So mine was Africa. Other people, I don't remember everybody else's, but so there's starving children in Africa. If you're grateful for the food you have on your plate, then you will eat it all. So we force it into our bodies to prove our gratitude. If you're having to prove gratitude, you're doing judgment. You're not actually in gratitude, and you're bastardizing that gratitude that you actually do have, and by going in and trying to measure it. And if you're looking at, well, I got this ration of food here and I would actually like some more, but I should just be grateful because other people are starving. And the way that I prove my gratitude is I don't ask for more. That's don't ask for more in your life. Don't ask for more in your plate. Don't ask for more, period. You limit what you actually be with gratitude. And it doesn't look like anybody else's gratitude. That's the other thing. You can't compare gratitude. GOT grabbing links. Get it, girl. Thanks, sister. That's awesome. Yeah, so check out Simone's call. Her stuff is like around bodies. And I know a lot of you are watching this in the BFF group and my Possibility Posse. And we've been doing a gratitude journal every day about our gratitude for our BFF, our bodies. And so I just wanted to come here and talk about that. So if you are judging how big your booty is, are you actually being grateful that you have something to sit on? They don't go hand in hand, guys. You got to be willing to be in the gratitude for having a body, so that you're not limiting that or judging yourself with your gratitude with your judgment. Does this all make sense? Okay. But one of the things that I see happen so often, like I said before, is that we bastardize this gratitude to limit ourselves. We take an element of gratitude that we either see somewhere or what someone else has told us gratitude is, and then we're like, okay, I'm going to be grateful. Okay, how do I do that? I'm going to look out here. I'm going to find it for everybody else, and then I'm going to see if I'm being it. That's not how it works. You got to see what you're grateful for and then expand on that energy and put your attention there and ask for what else I can be grateful for. And I've said before, what if how you show your gratitude is always asking for more? So the other way I explain this, when the chair breaks, I judge myself. Well, what if it wasn't about you, my friend? What if it was about the chair? Okay. So if you're looking at, the other analogy I use is like, so I married into an Italian family, right? So my mother-in-law is like, she shows her love with her cooking, and it's so good. And so she gives you a plate of food and then watches you eat it, and then wonders if you're going to ask for more, because then that means you like it, right? But how many of us, again, go back to this other way, and this is an analogy for life. So you receive something, you're like, oh my God, it's so good. And then you go, oh, but who am I to ask for more? So all of the who am I to ask for more, would you destroy and uncreate that? And this is where we use the clearing statement. If you don't know what the clearing statement, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. It's right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It's just a little magic wand to move the energies out of your world. You can say it on anything. Short form is POC and POD, everything that is. And POC and POD is point of creation, point of destruction. So wherever you lock that into your reality, even if it was 3 when you were being told to finish your meal, you go, okay, cool. And you move it out, and now you can choose something different. So if you're locking yourself up with your gratitude because you're trying to do gratitude like someone else, or you're trying to prove you're grateful by not choosing more or not out creating someone that you're grateful for, you just POC and POD all of that and ask for your gratitude to actually show up and how gratitude flows through you. So like I said in the beginning of this, yesterday I had another huge vet bill. I was going in, I felt myself start to get into the crunch and all of the like, oh, that money, I wanted to use that money for this. I want to use money for that. And instead I stopped and I was like, what can I be grateful for? And I was like, wow, I wouldn't even have that money if I wasn't making choices to create my life in a different way. Where did I get that? Oh, I got that from the Tools of Access Consciousness, the gift that Gary and Dane have been in my life. And it just moved all of that funk out. And then what's really cool is it opens up space for more receiving. So I'm not like this. She's like, how can you even receive a hug if you're like this? And someone's like, can I get you a hug? And you're like, no, my arms are busy making me really funky right now. And I'm in my crunch and I can't hug you. Okay, cool. But if you're like this and you're like, okay, cool. I released all of that. Okay, universe, show me what else you got for me. What else can I be grateful for? Yesterday alone, things started to show up in my life that I had been asking for. And I was like, wow. Did that gratitude actually create that? Like, what if that's actually the space gratitude can be for you in your life? I'm done with not asking for more. I had huge judgment around that. Yeah, exactly. That's juicy. Suzette, thanks for pulling it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for pulling the link. That's freaking cool. And Jonathan, 5th chair, buy different chairs, boo-boo. Like, it's not about you and your body. It's just, you will create. If you have the point of view that you will break a chair, you will break the chair because that's your point of view. So what if it's not about your body? What if it's about the chair? And what else could you choose? Okay, everybody, I'm going to pop off. Hi, my daughter's waving. She's behind the camera though, so I don't know who she's waving at except for me. In May, I'm doing something around gratitude. It's called the bastardization of gratitude, everywhere that we limit ourselves. There is a link in the chat thrown in by Andrea up above. We can pop it in again if you guys want to come play and explore what you know about gratitude and what you would like to stop doing. Like that thing, stop asking for more. Like, stop not asking for more. Sorry. So if you would like to come and we're going to have 2 Facebook Lives with a Zoom call on the 3rd day. So 1, 2, 3, all talking about stuff like this with gratitude and just really looking at where we take that element that it's one of the 5 elements of intimacy, and we distort it in a way to lock us up. And what if all of that distortion was actually the lie? Okay. Sarah, hi. Okay, I'm sending you big hugs. I gotta jump to a meeting of horses. Hi, you again. Love seeing your magical face and hearing you talk all day, every day. Grateful for you. Oh, so grateful for you too, babe. Okay, have a fantastic day. Sending you big hugs and kisses. Give your BFF a gratitude hug for me today. And I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.